did too.
No, Rory, you didn't. You're 19 now. Remember, you're all grown up, and you can handle your own affairs. Sorry, that's a bad choice of words.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Rory was the worst on Gilmore Girls.
Look, you're a jerk. I just wanted to come tell you that to your face.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments when the younger Lorelai Gilmore's flaws are most obvious. We're going to go over plot points from the original series and its Netflix miniseries, so spoilers are ahead. What's your opinion on Rory? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Trying to stay at Stars Hollow High.
I'm not sure I want to go to Chilton.
What?
The timing is just really bad.
The timing is bad?
Rory starts showing her true colors in the pilot episode. Since she was little, it's been both her and her mother's dream that she go to Harvard. Her attending a preparatory school is a huge step towards achieving that goal. However, the 16-year-old is willing to throw away her spot at the prestigious institution Chilton for the sake of a crush. She tries telling Lorelai that she's being considerate of their financial circumstances, but the former teen mom knows a thing or two about making reckless decisions for the sake of a guy.
I don't want to change schools because of all the reasons I've already told you 1,000 times. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. Good night.
Does he have a motorcycle? Because if you're gonna throw your life away, he better have a motorcycle!
It's not often that the older Gilmore has to play the mom card, but this is one of those times.
You are going to Chilton, whether you want to or not. Monday morning, you will be there. End of story.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will!
Number 9. Bribing a stranger.
Excuse me, you're sitting under my tree.
What?
My study tree. This is my study tree.
The hell's a study tree?
Okay. See, I have roommates.
So do I.
Yes, but I have Paris, and I have Tana, and I have Janet. And Janet squeaks.
Look, I'm busy, okay?
As an only child, Rory grew up always having the time and space she needed for her intense study habits. However, with college comes a whole new environment and plenty of new challenges to adapt to. With her dorm suite not being a conducive habitat for schoolwork, Rory had found comfort studying outside under a tree. However, another thing only child life didn't prepare her for was sharing. She's unhappy when she returns to the spot on a different day and sees that it's already been claimed.
And anyhow, I was just hoping that maybe you would consider giving me back my tree.
No.
Oh.
When Rory appears to make amends later, it seems like she might be accepting that she won't always get her own way. Instead, she ends up bribing the guy to leave.
I'll give you $20 for the tree.
You're gonna pay me for the tree.
Go with the flow, man.
You're on.
Number 8. Writing a mean review.
Jeez.
Oh, no, come on.
Well, this is just so harsh.
Again, you were there.
I know, but there's something about seeing it in print. People don't write as mean as they talk, except you.
I wrote what I felt.
The aspiring journalist develops her voice while writing for the Yale Daily News. When she's tasked to review a ballet, Rory transcribes all of her harshest observations about the show. Her article is so scathing, it makes her an enemy of one of the ballerinas. As Paris reminds us, we've been told repeatedly that Rory is an inoffensive angel. However, this episode shows that's not necessarily the case, and Rory is rightfully called out for spreading her negative opinions so thoughtlessly.
Your review was mean and petty and despicable.
Look, Sandra, that's your name, right? Sandra? This was all in the line of duty. It was an assignment from my editor, so there was nothing personal, okay?
You called me a hippo.
We get that she's a critic, but the university student wrote comments that were totally unnecessary. It seems like Lorelai never taught her daughter the idiom, if you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all.
Do I see the word hippo coming up?
Give me the paper.
I'm sorry, it's just so specific.
It's what I saw, so I wrote it. That's what the editor told me to do.
Number 7. Interviewing with Sandy says.
I'm blowing everything. My life, my career. I'm flailing, and I don't have a plan or a list or a clue. This is karma. This is why Condé Nast will not follow up with me, because they know failure when it walks in the door.
We're gonna say it. Rory doesn't make the smartest decisions professionally. In the original series, she turns down a salaried position at a reputable publication for a fellowship she doesn't even end up getting. In the miniseries, she's struggling as a freelance writer.
So, what are you up to now?
Oh, well, I'm here. Hello. And I'm just finishing up some things, and I'm working on a book proposal.
When she finally lands a meeting at Condé Nast with help from Huntsberger, the Yale graduate has nothing to pitch. She eventually considers accepting a position at an up-and-coming internet publication, but isn't prepared when she meets with the CEO in person.
What?
If I hire you, tell me what Rory Gilmore would write about for Sandy Says.
Oh, if I worked here.
Sell me.
Sell. Okay, we're selling. That's a totally different outfit.
She does a terrible job selling herself and demonstrates that she hasn't done her homework. The interaction is embarrassing and ends with Rory getting rejected over the phone while standing in the lobby.
I get it, you got your hopes up.
No, you got my hopes up for a job that I didn't even want.
Oh, real nice. So you just felt like wasting my time?
No, you wasted my time.
Hey, I'm the CEO here. My time's a little more valuable.
Number 6, ignoring Lane.
We need to talk.
Okay, let's talk. Nice outfit.
Thank you.
Throughout the series, Rory isn't always a great or even good friend. Remember when she dragged Marty to a Chinese restaurant with Logan's gang? That wasn't cool. We feel especially badly, however, for Rory's supposed bestie from Stars Hollow, Lane.
What are you doing at my house?
Like you care.
What are you talking about?
You're never around when I need you.
The show begins with the teenage Gilmore changing schools and therefore having less opportunity to spend time with Lane. The protagonist also starts dating in Season 1, and her childhood pal is often reduced to a third wheel. In Season 2, Lane's too embarrassed to tell Rory that she's joined the Stars Hollow High Cheer Squad.
I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to try it, and I don't feel like I should have to justify it to you or explain it to you or... Fine, I won't.
Okay.
All right.
The girls' paths cross less and less as the show goes on. Lane goes through a lot over the series, and Rory can rarely be counted on as a source of support.
I'm out, aren't I? It's okay, it couldn't last forever, it's time.
Number 5, stringing Paul along.
Oh, man.
What now?
Poor Paul.
Hey, you have got to.
I know.
Rory's biggest mistakes often involve her love life. Over the course of the original series and its Netflix revival, she commits plenty of romantic faux pas. The miniseries shows the 30-something freelance writer in a relationship with a guy named...
Jeffrey.
Who?
Alan.
Who?
Billy.
There's nothing remotely similar about those names.
You know, him. Your guy.
Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here.
Paul's here.
Who's Paul?
Paul, my boyfriend? Oh, crap.
He's presented as chronically forgettable. Neither Lorelai nor Luke can remember his name. However, rather than the situation reading as funny, it comes off as rude.
I'm gonna go wash my hands. Just order me a tea.
Tea? Yes.
No.
Go on.
You have got to cut that poor boy loose.
No, I keep meaning to, and I just keep forgetting.
It's so sad.
Rory never gives Paul the respect he deserves and is surprisingly okay with committing infidelity. She doesn't even have the decency to break up with him before sleeping with other people. In the end, it's he who calls off the relationship via a text message. Honestly, good for you, Paul.
Rory, due to our ever-conflicting schedules, I think we should break up. Take care, Paul.
Who?
I can't believe how I treated him. I suck.
Number 4, dropping out of Yale.
She's going to Yale.
She's going to Yale. When I get back, I'll teach you the fight song.
An Ivy League education for Rory is the goal of both Gilmore Girls from the beginning of the show. Although Lorelai is initially opposed when Rory shifts her focus away from Harvard, in the end, all parties are pleased when the teenager enrolls at Yale.
Both very happy about it.
Both.
Her and me.
She and I.
Everybody in this room named Lorelai is over the moon about the going to Yale.
Which means that everybody else in this room, not named Lorelai, can be equally over the moon about the going to Yale.
This is why it's such a big deal when Rory decides to leave university. Now, we are not saying taking time off is bad in general, but in this case, it's probably not for the best.
You don't want to be a journalist? Fine, I don't care about that, but you stay in school, you take some classes, you figure out what you do want to be.
That's not what Yale is for.
That's what college is for.
Yale's expensive.
Are you paying?
Rory is letting her doubts, sown by Huntsberger, get in the way of her success. Her choice causes a divide between mother and daughter when Rory goes to her grandparents for support behind Lorelai's back.
I don't
We can watch her. Keep her from getting into trouble. We can get her back on track. You'll understand that once you calm down and think about it rationally.
Number 3. Stealing a yacht.
Yeah, let's take that fancy pants yacht of yours for a spin.
Tricky since it's about to head out with all my sister's friends on it.
Oh, well, don't you have another one?
Rory's relationship with her boyfriend Logan's dad is a tense one. Mitchum Huntsberger is a newspaper mogul who offers the aspiring journalist an internship. At first, this seems generous, but then Mitchum takes the protagonist aside and undermines her confidence.
You don't got it. Now, guts can be wrong. Mine's been wrong before.
Rory is wrecked by what Mitchum says and lets the weight of his words affect her mood. She decides to do something reckless with Logan, suggesting they take a yacht that doesn't belong to them.
You know the beginning of Moby Dick when the narrator says that when he finds himself growing grim about the mouth and wanting to knock people's hats off, he takes to the sea?
Yeah?
Well, I feel like knocking people's hats off.
So I guess we gotta take to the sea.
What Mitchum tells Rory is harsh, but in no way does it justify an action as entitled and chaotic as this. Logan is never one to say no, and both characters wind up in jail.
Rory Gilmore's coming out now.
Oh, thank you.
You're here for Rory?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we would have taken her home, love.
Just so you know, she was covered.
Wow, the relief.
Number 2. Sleeping with Dean.
He's not a married guy. He's Dean, my Dean.
He's not your Dean. He's Lindsay's Dean. You're the other woman.
Sharing is apparently not one of Rory's strengths. Neither is fidelity. Despite his status as a married man, Rory pursues a flirtationship with her ex-Dean that evolves into a full-blown affair. She loses her virginity to him and then tries to convince her mother that it's a good thing.
Everything's okay, I'm okay. And we were, safe, so all those Trojan man jokes all these years really apparently stuck. And I'm lucky, too, because Dean, he's...
Her outburst is surprisingly entitled considering she's the other woman in this scenario. Lorelai, who's made plenty of her own mistakes, doesn't fall for her daughter's logic. She pushes back against Rory's denial and things escalate.
Well, obviously you weren't ready for this step. The very fact that you chose another girl's guy to sleep with proves that.
He was my boyfriend first.
But you dumped him. You rejected him. You picked someone else.
Stop it!
Rory?
I hate you for ruining this for me.
A rift develops between the two Gilmore girls that Rory allows to fester when she chooses to go to Europe with Emily.
Rory, hurry up. You have to hold your own boarding pass and you'll need your ID. Lorelai, say your goodbyes here. If you don't have a boarding pass, you can't go any farther. Am I right? I'm right, Lorelai.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Sleeping with a Wookiee. There's a lot going on with this one.
Whoa, you look weird. What's wrong?
I slept with a Wookiee.
Come again?
I slept with a Wookiee.
You slept with a...
Wookiee. I slept with a Wookiee. Don't make me keep saying it.
I'm sorry, I'm just not getting this here.
Forgetting her privilege, Rory needs a wake-up call from her trust fund baby boyfriend.
Wake up, Rory, whether you like it or not, you're one of us. You went to prep school, you go to Yale. Your grandparents are building a whole damn astronomy building in your name.
That is different, okay? It's not like I live off a $5 million trust fund my parents set up for me.
Yeah, well, you're not exactly paying rent either.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Having an affair with Logan.
Are you leaving town? Someone's coming to town.
Kind of.
Odette.
Kind of.
Right.
Many of Rory's mistakes can be excused because of her age. However, her sustained affair with Logan while he's engaged to another woman happens when she's in her 30s. The two refer to their relationship as Vegas, implying that what they do together stays just between them.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
We do.
And when we leave Vegas, we forget about Vegas until we're back in Vegas, and then it's just us in Vegas until we're not. Throw me a rope, man.
Meanwhile, their respective partners, Odette and Paul, have no idea. Logan's French fiancée is never seen on screen, but that doesn't stop us from feeling for her. The affair is hypocritical, especially considering how upset Rory got when she found out Logan slept with someone else while they were broken up.
You had plenty of backup. What do you need me for?
Because I love you.
No, don't.
Rory, I didn't cheat on you. I didn't lie to you.
You didn't tell me.
We're not opposed to Logan and Rory as a couple. However, their relationship as depicted in the miniseries is problematic.
Breakfast sounds good.
Hey.
Come on. We have to get you home.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.